Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hi. Shamil, you're going to have to go back and look at my previous post, honey. Hi. Well, today's day 3 at the hospital, and I finally got me a shower this morning and have come down to the cafeteria to have some sort of breakfast. This is what we're looking at. Uh-oh. We're looking at some little grits and some liquid eggs, potatoes, a little bacon, coffee. And I didn't sleep well because, of course, I'm sleeping in the recliner. A couple of people have recognized me here. The girl who just served me my breakfast, she said, "You look like that." I had my mask on. She said, "You look like that girl, that comedian girl. Her name starts with an L." I said, "Oh, you mean Laura Hayes?" She said, No. The other one. I said, "Well, who?" "Oh, Luenell?" She said, yeah. I said, "Oh, yeah." She said, "You hear that a lot?" I said, "Yeah, I hear that a lot." I got recognized by the girl yesterday who made me a burger, but she knows somebody I know. My friend PT, who's on YouTube and stuff like that. These aren't cracked eggs, these are liquid eggs. But right now, I'll take anything. Bacon is cold, terrible. And been a hard night. My husband was dreaming and wishing that he was back home. He got up twice, which he can't be doing because he's hooked up to, machines and stuff. Like I said, the nurses, I couldn't do it. And that's my own husband, and I couldn't do what they do. It's difficult when you see someone who was so strong and used to take care of me, decline like that. Yeah. Hospital food is a trip. But this is the best I could do because I ate cup of noodles for the last 2 days. But I got a burger last night. I brought the cup of noodles from home. That ain't healthy either. But at least it was hot. I got a lot of support yesterday from people who, are going through the same thing. I'm not special, or there's a lot of people who are attending to a sick loved one. My sister had to take care of me when I had my knee surgeries. She's a nurse. I'm not. But I had a catheter. I couldn't even go to the bathroom in the hospital because the meds I was on, make you constipated, painkillers and this and that. But my husband is not in a situation where it's going to get any better. As some of you know, hell, half of you didn't even know I had a husband. Because we don't live together all the time. He used to be out in LA. He used to go on the road with me. Some people have met him. He used to help me with my merchandise and do security. And I don't have that anymore. Now I have to pay, security, even though I was paying security when he was with me. And I'm just sick about it. But I don't let him see me like that, He feels bad enough, because when people are in a compromised position, they're humiliated too, Nobody wants to have help going to the bathroom or soiling themselves or anything like that. And it's been difficult. A lot of prayer warriors hit me in. We're like, we're praying for his recovery, but he's not going to recover. He can only just, get a little better and be comfortable. But his daughters and everything love him to death, and his grandkids adore him, and he's got 5 in the house. So, we don't want him to go anywhere. I know I don't. Even if he's not with me in LA or with me on the road, God knows I need some affection and some attention. What am I supposed to do? I wanted to ask him, could I get a boyfriend? I may do that on live because that'll be comedy for sure. I wanted to ask him, can I get a boyfriend? Because, like LL Cool J said, I need love. But nobody's going to compare to him anyway, because nobody's ever told me, I was beautiful on a consistent basis, or you look great in the morning, baby, when I'm looking like Don King or anything like that. So ain't nobody going to replace him. It'd be nice to have sex again. But some things are bigger than sex. Like when you're married, and if it's real, and if you face something like this, then that's when the real love kicks in. That's when the real love kicks in. When you can't fuck all the time and when you can't be with each other all the time. Then you find out what real love is. When you're married and you're young and you're having sex all the time and making love and making babies, that's what's expected. But when you can't do none of that, then what do you have? You better have a foundation. Just because the bitch got a beautiful body and sucks your dick and backs it up and all that, that's lust. That's not real love. This here, sleeping in a chair next to your partner in a really cold room, because they keep it cold in hospital, that's love. And I love him. And he loves me. And ain't nobody never loved me like that, man. Nobody ever will. I got a shower this morning. That reminded me of being in jail. The shower was trash. But it did start to heat up. I was wondering, was it going to heat up? Because I said, maybe the water won't get real hot because they don't want the patients to scald themselves. But It did. And I stood in there for a while because, of course, I brought all my little stuff. You know, I bought some smell good so he could smell my perfume. I sprayed it in the bed. He liked that. And on his pillow and stuff like that. He slept pretty good after he stopped getting up and getting down. And I just, you know, I don't really want to complain to my family too much because, like I said, I got a sister and a brother who are going through their own health battles. So we got a big load going on in the family right now. That's why our family reunion in August is going to be so important. You know? And so I'm just sitting down here by myself. I'm leaving on Monday, though, because I have to go to Greensboro and make people laugh. You know, I know that girl's going to see me now because I don't have my mask on and shit. But you guys that are married, I hope that watching me makes you appreciate your mate a little more, you know? If they get on your nerve. I remember that my husband gets on my nerve, believe me, when, you know, we were separated for a long, long time. Excuse me. We met in Sacramento and fell in love the night that we met. Hold on. And we got married in 90 days. Got married in Vegas, just like the stars do. And we was inseparable. We was in Oakland and Sacramento, and we was inseparable. I think I should sit somewhere else. I think I should sit somewhere else because I'm too close to the silverware and the condiments. No, there's nobody here with me. And anyway, I remember this I Love Lucy episode one time. You know, I love Lucy. There was an episode where Lucy and Ethel was sick of Fred and Ricky. Ricky used to always clank his spoon on his teacup. And Fred used to with his fingers on the table all the time. They couldn't fucking stand it. And they got in a big fight. And they, Ricky and Fred left. And when they left, Ethel and Lucy realized how much they missed that little irritating shit. So I just want to say to y'all out there, that shit that gets on your nerves about your mate, better cherish that irritating shit. Because one day it might be gone. You remember that episode? Yeah. And even though we don't really live together no more, like some of you who really follow me, you have heard my husband's voice. I used to never post him. I would never show him because my husband was a bit of a thug. And I didn't want nobody to come on and say that. I know him. He shot me back in 85. You know? But I can show him now because can't nobody say nothing now. My husband went to death row, and I don't mean the record label. He was on death row. He finally got exonerated, but he still had to do some time. That was before I met him. I found all this out later, after we were married. Because remember, I told you we got married in 90 days. So there's a whole lot about a man you don't know if you marry him in 90 days. Kind of turned me on, though. But now he can't do nothing. I mean, he can't do nothing. He can walk for a short distance, but he gets really winded. And he came in for a urinary tract infection, and he had a seizure, and the COPD got him to where he can't really breathe good. So he's on oxygen 24/7, 365. And numerous other issues. When I used to live in Oakland, I worked at the Soul Beat Television Network. We used to have a medical show with Dr. Jeffrey Watson. And he always used to say, your health is your wealth. And if you have your health, you have everything. Well, you know, this was 30 years ago. I had my health. I didn't have much wealth, but you couldn't tell me shit. But now I know. In Texas, it's not California, not a lot of vegan options. After my family reunion in August, I'm gonna try to get off all the meat. It's like it was easier to quit crack cocaine than it is for me to quit eating meat. But I'm gonna try because everything is tainted and everything is fucked up and the world is fucked up and the food is fucked up. But I won't be able to do it yet because I will starve to death when I go to family reunion because they ain't going to be doing nothing but barbecuing, frying fish, and doing all that kind of stuff. But I have pretty much stopped the red meat for right now, and I'm working on the pork. I don't care if I was Muslim, I would still eat bacon. Bacon is not my friend, but it is what it is. Not many healthy vegan options in the part of Texas that I'm in. So, anyway, you guys think you need me. Hell, I need you guys. Why do I find comfort in talking to strangers on Instagram? Because you tell me that you care. And because other people can learn things from the things I say and the things that I go through. You know, because we're all sort of in this thing together, aren't we? They worried about the Americans and the 3 Americans that's missing in the Ukraine. But there's black boys, girls, and women who come up missing every day. Ain't nobody looking for them. This world is so twisted and backward. I was watching Forrest Gump the other day, just a little bit. I was like, man, the time was so simple then. You know, yeah, it was racist then, it's racist now. There was, you know, life wasn't like Forrest Gump. It was hanging us and setting us on fire and doing all that kind of stuff. We got Juneteenth, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. The movie Block Party. I want you guys to do me a favor, if you would. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But we got Juneteenth because somebody pulled a coup on the black folks and they had been set free. But then they didn't tell everybody. And so for a couple more years, black folks were still being slaves.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Okay, how are you? Thank you. You too. Some old motherfucker done shot up some old people in the church. What is this new fad of killing people at fucking church? It ain't us, if you'll notice. We got our own problem. And I ain't talking about Young Thug and Gunner neither. I don't know, I'm kind of bouncing all over the place. I got one joint, and I'm saving that bitch. Sorry to hear that. But the pitiful part is, it ain't gonna get no better in my lifetime, which means it ain't gonna get no better in my daughter's lifetime, which means it ain't gonna get no better when she has a child, my grandbaby. Thank you. And that's what I'm getting ready to talk about too. I'm gonna pin that. Okay, so I want to talk about also my latest film, which starts streaming on BET Plus tomorrow. Or maybe today. It might be streaming now. On BET Plus, you can look for the movie Block Party. Please support this film. So, mostly an all-black crew. It's a mixed cast. And it deals with Juneteenth. I don't mean like a documentary. Okay, so Margaret Avery, who was the original Suge Avery in The Color Purple, she plays Graham, and Graham has been in charge of the Juneteenth block party for 40 years. But now Graham getting old, and she getting dementia, and she getting a little loopy, but she's still sexy and cute and fun. And she wants to have the block party this year, but she's sort of losing it. So it's when her grandbaby comes home from college and is getting ready to start a new fancy job. But she sees that her grandma needs her and needs her to help her with the block party this year. And it's a bunch of wacky disaster that ensues. If you saw me on here wearing all these different color wigs about a year ago, red and blue and gold, that's the movie. And it's in some theaters, but it's also on BET Plus. Even if you just get the trial for 30 days, you should get it and support this movie. Okay? Block Party. I've been jumping all over the place, talking about all kind of shit, right? I have a headache. I've had one for 2 days. I haven't been sleeping well in the recliner because I have to keep an eye on my man. And plus, who can sleep in a recliner? A hospital recliner. You can sleep in a recliner at the house, but a hospital recliner with them thin-ass hospital blankets. I brought my blanket with me that my daughter got me for Christmas a couple of years ago. It says El Murder on it, which is the name of my company and my nickname and my tattoo, El Luenell and Murder, because I'm killing these hoes out here. And I spilled coffee on that in the plane, and now my blanket smells like coffee. I'll be able to get it washed, I think, when we go back, when he gets released. My back hurts. I need a massage. I need like 3 massages back to back. But at least when I go home Monday, I think I leave Thursday and we go to Greensboro, North Carolina. And if any of you are in Greensboro, or if any of you have relatives in Greensboro that you would like to see me and my cousin Shay Sugar and Aaron Thompson's goofy ass, and let them know I'm coming to Greensboro like next weekend. But Indianapolis we had to move because also my baby daddy has been going through this, what I'm going through, with his mother for like 8 years. So I feel fucked up whining after 3 days that he's been going through this for 8 years in home care, blah, 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 with his mom. Go to the hospital, get out of the hospital, get a infection, incision's got an infection, and a feeding tube, and this and that. And she finally passed. And so her services are going to be on the 29th, so I can't do Indianapolis. I'm going to have to move Indianapolis. Yeah, that's a good, I need to pin that. Hospital life is no joke. Take care of yourselves, people. Pray that you don't have a stroke. You know, we're still praying for Sinbad. At least I am. And you know, a lot of people say they're praying for you. I've done it. And they really don't pray. That's just like in this moment, my heart is praying for you, but you don't really say the prayer, you know? I mean, I get it. But if you gonna pray for me, pray that my mental health stays together, and pray that my husband just stays comfortable. That's all, because he's not gonna get better from what he got. There ain't no getting better. They're not gonna pull the heart monitor out of his chest. His dick not gonna magically get hard again. He's not gonna get his lungs capacity back. It's not gonna happen. But if he could just stay comfortable, you know. You just turned on Block Party. Caregiving, honey. Okay, let me see. Doris, if you look at my post yesterday, well, I was giving mad props to nurses, male and female, around the country. Not only nurses, but the people who do the housekeeping in hospitals. Okay? They're not picking up trash on the side of the road. They're cleaning up blood, urine, feces. Oh, honey. Where would we be without them? Caregiving, baby. And all I can pray is that I stay active, little old lady, and that my daughter don't have to do it for me. And I just want to lay down in the bed, and when the Lord calls me, that's it. There's a song to Smokey Robinson, right? This has been my song all my life, and I never knew why. Smokey Robinson have a song called "Tears of a Clown." If there's a smile on my face, it's only there trying to fool the public, right? So that's ironic, as comedians have to put the mask on so we can go out and do our job, But it ain't all jokes all the time. You don't know what be going on in somebody's mind when they close the door at night. Look at that beautiful, beautiful beauty queen girl jumped out the fucking window. Mental health is real. We need to talk to people. I used to go to a therapist about my abandonment issues. My father died, my mother died, my sister got murdered, my father got murdered, and all this. And I get really lonely when people leave me. Like even when Shay goes home to the Bay Area to see about her own family, I'd be like, I went to see a shrink about my abandonment issues, and then the shrink abandoned me. After a while, he never called me again. Never made no more appointments, and then that was that. Ain't that a bitch? And he was black, and he was studying to be a shrink. And I was really trying to do that. I know that I need to save this live, but I'm not gonna, because I just don't want nobody, I don't want to be on the pity pot type thing. Well, I can't stay down here too long. I got to get back upstairs and see what he's up to, and I can't call him while I'm talking to you guys. So, gotta go. But please do me the favor, and if you want to feel good, watch the movie Block Party on BET Plus. I watched the Martin reunion last night on BET Plus. It was cool. They even had Bruh Man from the Fifth Floor. As you can see, the jewelry gone, the earrings gone. It ain't about that right now. Oh. Okay, guys, thank you for listening. And I guess this was my outlet for the day. And I'm going to go upstairs and, I'm going to call him and see if he'd like me to bring him some coffee. And if he'd like me to bring him some coffee, then I'm going to make him some coffee and take it back upstairs. Okay? So, the marathon continues. In the words of the Nipsey Hussle the Great, the marathon continues, everybody. Have a great weekend. If you have Juneteenth parties planned, hey, incorporate the movie Block Party in your Juneteenth celebrations. And I thank y'all for watching and just listening to me. And I'll talk to y'all later, okay? Peace out.